question number 4.
Okay.
Think of a horse.
Okay.
Yeah? What colour is this horse? What is this horse doing? Oh, I don't want to know what your horse is doing. Bloody hell.
Uncle Jack's with it.
So,
still
can you
picture
explain
my
your
horse.
horse to me, Armelius?
My horse is black and he's grazing.
Yeah.
And I've written far. Is that meant to be from the cube?
Yeah.
Mine's a white horse.
Yeah.
And the horse is running through the meadow.
Right.
It's running. Its running was if as
A few moments later.
galloping around the meadow.
Well, we
In
just
all
realised
of
that he can no longer read. He was struggling there. Welcome back again for another episode of the Benchwarmers.
We
And
bet.
Today is going to be a very interesting.
I walked in and I've just been handed this.
Yeah, he's behind it. So we're going to introduce ourselves because today it's all about the personality test. So tune in for this.
Personality test, what you mean?
Yeah. So
I've got to mark myself on a scale 1 to 7.
no. What we're going to do is I'm going to ask you a series of questions.
Am I going to draw Faz?
Maybe. We can do that. Can do that afterwards. Right. So part of this test, right? It's called the cube test. And I'm going to ask you a series of questions.
As in like P's and Q's, Kano.
No.
Oh,
Cube.
Oh, the cube.
No, cube
Right, okay.
test.
Oh, like
Right.
the game show. If you remember from the school episode.
yeah,
I think it was more like this.
Oh, yeah, the 3 hairs.
Yeah, I got the 3 hairs. All 3 hairs like that.
Yeah, it was just a
I think
face
it
now,
was
wasn't
more
it? He's
like
got no
that,
arms or legs.
Yeah.
He's got no arms or legs.
I was
Right.
trying. Sorry.
So yeah, this cube test, right? The idea behind it is to understand what your personality traits are, right? And this, I believe, was used
Mhm.
by the Japanese army. So the origin is from Japan, right?
Okay.
And is part of a psychology test from the Kokology book series created by Tadahiko Nagao and Isamu Saito in 1998.
Can you say that again, please?
Right. Tadahiko Nagao and Isamu Saito. Just correct me if I've got that wrong. Now, the idea was the army used it to see what division of the army you'll be placed into.
Oh.
Right. Or if you're even good enough. What's that? What have you done?
What?
You're the moon, not me. So, what you got to remember, I want everyone at home to join along on this as well, right? Everyone at home needs to join in as well.
Okay.
So, the idea behind it is I'm going to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
Make a note of your questions because I'm going to go through the answers to give you your different parts of your personality.
Okay.
Answer the first thing that comes to your mind, honestly and truthfully.
Okay.
I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, fine.
Remember,
I promise. No, I promise.
honestly,
There's only one
truthfully.
thing, yeah?
Yeah.
What if, because I've done something similar to this at work.
Right, okay.
Right? Where it kind of pulls out like, what are you? Are you like...
That's the idea, yeah.
Yeah, and are you a big picture thinker?
Yeah.
Or are you, somebody who's goal orientated, etc.? Are you people focused?
Yeah.
I've done... What if it spits out things that are fundamentally just not who you are in your character?
Well, this is the whole purpose of it because it's the first thing that's coming to your mind.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So because you're going to be honest and truthful about it,
Yeah.
first thing that comes to your mind, this is really what your personality is.
Fine.
It might not be 100% accurate, but I'm sure we'll get there or thereabouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
ready.
remember,
Okay.
remember, the reason why we're doing this as well, by the way, is because people want to really understand who you
Benchwarmers.
guys are.
Who is on me?
Because everybody knows me already as the favourite, right? So now we want to
Wow.
establish
I love
who's
it.
number
I love
2 and who's the bottom feeder.
First the worst, second the best, third the royal princess.
No, third, the dirty donkey.
No, it was always first Zero the hero, first the worst, second the best, third the one with the hairy chest.
Wow, we've got 3 ones. Third, the royal princess.
Third, the dirty donkey.
Third, the dirty donkey.
Third the dirty
Really?
donkey. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Third
think
the one with
anybody
the
ever
hairy
said
chest.
Well,
Which one
wait.
did you lot sing?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Right, so is everybody ready?
Yeah.
7 parts. I have enough paper for you to write on, yeah?
Yeah, I just
I've
want to clarify. We don't have
Yeah.
paper. We have a.
We have a whiteboard.
Yes.
So I will be watching you guys.
Have you
if
ever
rub
thought about why they
anything
call
out.
it a whiteboard?
Because it's
Because
white.
white.
And
Yeah,
it's a
but why
board.
do we not have a
Blackboard.
So
yeah,
we've
what
got
happened
a
to
bit-
the blackboard? Why do we get rid of the
Because it
blackboard?
was chalk.
Right, yeah,
On
because
white.
it's chalk. So we already know the personality of Faz.
He's trying to find
He's
rings.
a Dumbo, right?
And why is the brown bit the bit that we can't use because it's cardboard?
No one likes brown.
No one likes brown.
Fair enough, boys. Fair enough. Right.
We're the
Sorry.
bottom
Right.
feeders.
Let's get back to it. Come on.
Right, okay, so question number 1.
Yeah.
Think of an open field. Bless
Right.
you. He's already got hay fever.
Yeah, the
He's
open
like-
field just got me
He's
straight
got
away
hay fever,
instantly.
right?
Yeah.
Think of an open field.
Right.
Okay. How big is this field? Is it small? Is it medium size? Is
Like a
it
meadow.
large?
Okay.
Is it many acres? Wait to write this down.
Okay.
Right. How big is this field? Okay.
When you say how big, like you want us to write like how many acres or like?
No, but like, is it a big field? Is it really small? Is it like a garden size? Just try to understand in your head how big the field is. Yeah.
Okay.
What is this field filled with? Interesting.
Okay.
And then, what are your surroundings like? Part number 2. Question number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think of a cube.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know the shape.
Yeah.
Object cube.
Cube.
How big is this cube in relation to the field?
Oh, how big is it?
How big is this cube? Is it small? Is it big? What is the cube made of? And what is the surface of this cube like? So think of a material. Okay? Think of a material this cube is made of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got material. What do you mean
Yeah.
by surface?
Surface. So what is the cube? What is it made of? Is the surface? Is it a smooth texture? Is it rough?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What color is this cube? Think of a color. And also think, where in this field is this cube?
Okay.
Yeah. The final part of the cube. Is this cube transparent? If it is, can you see inside it? Question number 3. Think of a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long is this ladder?
Well, now the ladder's going up to the cube.
How long is it? Where is this ladder located in this field? And final part, what's the distance between the ladder and the cube? Question number 4.
Okay.
Think of a horse. Yeah. What color is this horse? What is this horse doing? Oh, I don't want to know what your horse is doing. Bloody hell.
Uncle Jack's with it.
Uncle Jack, the infamous Jack. And also now, so you thought of what the horse is doing. Where is the horse in relation to the cube? Next question. Question number 5.
5.
Think of flowers.
Oh, flowers.
Where are the flowers in your field? And how many are there? If you want to give me a number, you can sit there and count
I
them in
don't,
your
but I don't
field.
know what the flowers are called. I can see them.
Doesn't
I
matter.
can see them in the field.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't need the name of the flowers. Just need to know where they are in the field and how many are there. Question number 6. Think of what the weather in the field is like. Is it raining? Is it sunny? Is your field foggy? I see you're thinking you're doubting. Oh, have you written it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yours as well. Okay.
I've done it.
Oh, very good. So question number, this is the last
Very
question.
good, very
Okay.
nice.
This is the last question.
Okay.
Think of a storm.
Ooh.
What is the distance between the storm and the cube? Not talking about meters. Just think how far away from the storm, from the cube it is. Is it a big storm? Or is this a storm just passing through? Are we happy with that?
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is
Ooh,
the end of the quiz.
interesting.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'm gonna
So this
love
is part of the
to
personality test.
see
right?
how this defines your personality.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I'm just going to
interested.
ask you guys straight off the bat,
Okay.
in terms of a personality,
Yeah.
what do you think this test is going to say for you? Are you going to think in the sense that you're a very open-minded person? Are you a very self-conscious person? Are you a very happy person?
I would probably
How would
say
you describe yourself? Your personality, how would you
It's
describe it?
changed my personality though. So I've changed so much over the years. So currently, I would say that I would say I'm a happy, optimistic
yeah.
person. Not as reserved as I used to be.
Yeah.
Can be still slightly introverted.
Okay. Yeah.
I was very
yeah.
introverted when I was younger.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me, by the way. 'Cause
Are you
I've never
very-
known you to be introverted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've never seen that
Yeah.
side, have we? We've never seen that side.
Yeah.
It's like mega extroverted.
Would you also say that you're quite reserved?
Yes.
You're very
I
reserved.
am reserved.
And would you say also?
I will think like 10 times before making a decision.
Yeah,
I'll weigh
okay,
up the pros and the cons
of everything
of everything
before you do anything.
before I do it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't do rash.
Okay. No
Decisions.
rational decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm different.
You are rash.
So I would,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love to know what Faz's personality is like as well.
So I
So
think,
how do you
You're
see
impulsive.
yourself?
You've
Yeah.
always been impulsive.
yeah,
though.
I am impulsive. I do jump in with both feet. And I think, right, if it's not going to happen, let's find out.
Yeah.
And I'll jump in and I'll do my utmost best to try and make things work. You know,
Okay.
I think I've
So-
also developed change over the years. I think I used to be very serious at one stage of my life. I'm not at all now.
Mm.
Like, I am still serious on the important things, but like,
Yeah.
I like to have a laugh.
Yeah,
I like to, be more jovial. And I do think of myself as a
Would
winner.
you guys think you're very meticulous in everything you do?
No,
No. Do you plan and prepare everything you do?
sometimes.
Depends what it is.
Or are you a worrier?
Nope.
You live scot free, carefree?
I don't live carefree,
Yeah, only carefree.
but I don't worry because I have full tawakkul in my creator.
Yeah.
So
there's,
I don't.
There's
yeah.
no point of worrying because if you can
Yeah.
change it, you change it.
Yeah.
So you live by the premise or the motto of what's written.
Yes, but also
Well, it's not
to the
like
point
it's
of not to the point of where I'm going to sit down and not do nothing.
Yeah.
No,
I live
of course.
to
No,
I live
of
to the
course, of
premise
course.
of what are my controllables
Yeah.
and how can I change my situation or my circumstances
Yeah.
based on my controllables.
Yeah.
The things that aren't in my
Yeah.
control, there's no
Not
point
gonna
worrying
sit there
about it.
worrying
Yeah.
about it.
No
Because
point
that's
worrying
what's that
about
going to do? That's going to affect
Yeah,
my mental
exactly.
health.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good because a lot of people are worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people do seem to live very meticulous lives.
And do you know where I got that advice from? Your grandma.
Yeah, from my
Your
nanny.
Yeah, your nanny. So I was sat down, right? And I was like thinking about something. We were like 18 at the time. And your grandma says to me, nanny goes to me, she says, what are you thinking about? It's like, yeah, I'm just worrying about something. And then they say to me, can you change it?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I can't. So why are you worrying about it then? If you can change it, change it.
Yeah.
If you can't, don't waste your time worrying about it.
That's a very good way to live.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
it's
I
very
use
wise
that.
words.
I use that with everything afterwards. Like, can I change it? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. If I can't, oh well.
It's a good way to think. Right
Yeah.
now, who wants to know the results?
Me.
So now what we're
me.
gonna do?
What is this going to tell
we
me
are
about
going
me?
to break it down question by question. Okay.
Breakdown.
So
Well, I'm gonna write down what it says for each thing.
Right. So I want to ask you each what you've written down.
Right.
Okay.
So the first question
Well,
was
I'm
about
quite
the field.
excited to.
I know,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I am.
So the first question was the field.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So just explain to us about your field.
Okay. I'll read out everything I've got.
Everything you've written
Okay.
down.
So I've got a medium-sized field.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've got sheep around it.
Right.
Yep. And there's a little cottage as
Okay.
well. And it's surrounded by brick walls.
Ooh.
Oh,
Like those
very
little,
interesting.
little brick walls. You know, like the
Okay.
border walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So obviously,
off.
if there's sheep in there, it's a well-maintained field, isn't
Yeah.
it? So there's like livestock grazing on it.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Faz, what have you got?
I've got a big field. Yeah. I've written it's a meadow as far as the eye can see. And there's barley growing and it's peaceful and it's quiet and it's green and serene.
Ooh.
That's what I've got.
Green and serene.
Okay. Right.
Rhyming.
So the field,
Okay.
part of this test. So the field
Mm.
represents your mind.
Mm.
So you've both got quite broad fields, haven't you?
Yeah.
So the size.
Well, I mean, this is medium.
Yeah.
Um,
well, medium.
as far
Okay,
as the eye
all right,
can
fair
see.
enough. Medium. Yours is quite big.
Yours is
Yep.
is
Infinite.
never ending.
Infinite,
Yeah.
yep.
As far as the eye can see.
So the size represents your knowledge of the world and how vast your personality is. So would you agree with that? Would you think that you're a very knowledgeable person and your personality is quite big?
I think I do have a
You've
big
got a big
personality.
You've got a big
yeah,
personality,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But knowledgeable in everything.
Not everything, but you
No,
think you
yeah.
would consider
The
yourself
areas
to
that
be
I
quite
know,
knowledgeable.
I know well.
Right. Okay. Well,
You know.
this will then
Obviously not World War
So
II.
this is suggesting, so this is suggesting that you think you're quite knowledgeable.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
me? Is it 'cause
So
just that I'm
yours-
quite knowledgeable?
So yours, if yours is like a medium size,
Hmm.
right, it means that you have you have enough knowledge to get by, I believe.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, right? But this is what I mean. So I think you are quite knowledgeable.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I do.
And your personality, from what we see and what we think, is quite a big personality. But you yourself have doubted yourself and say it's not as big as what you think. You're quite an introvert.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So that's a medium-sized field.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But that's only because when I self-reflect, around people I know, I'm different.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, you'd put me in a crowd of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Group activities. I was the quiet one.
Yeah.
I'd hardly speak.
Which blows my mind.
Yeah. Like in a new setting,
Yeah.
I'd be like the quietest one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shall I tell you something else that's going to blow your mind?
What?
So the next part of this is the condition of the field.
Yeah.
Right. And yours was quite grassy and healthy, I believe.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
barley
open.
was growing,
Barley was
beautiful.
growing.
Think Gladiator.
Yeah.
You know when he's walking through the field?
Yeah.
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 Right. So that's grassy and healthy.
Mm.
That interpretation is you are feeling optimistic. I
Yeah.
would agree with that.
Yeah.
He's a very
Um,
optimistic
yeah.
person. If it was dry and dead,
Oh,
you'd
shit, I
be
didn't-
feeling
I didn't
very.
put anything like that.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm going to come to yours. Dry and dead would suggest you are feeling pessimistic. Okay. Well trimmed. Now, you spoke about sheep in your field.
Yeah.
So they're grazing on this healthy land.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that's well trimmed.
Mm-hmm.
That means you are very analytical and cautious.
Mm.
I would agree with that.
Yes, I would.
Because
agree
you are
with that.
very analytical
Yeah. Okay.
and you are cautious in the steps that you take in what you're doing.
Yes, I would
I'm
agree with that.
optimistic about
You're
this.
very
This
So would you
This
agree
test?
so far as the field?
I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
it's me, yeah.
Okay. Right. So we'll move on to part number 2, the cube.
The cube.
This is the interesting part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this was a bit difficult for me because when you first said cube,
Yeah.
I
You were thinking of a triangle.
no, I was just thinking of a cube in a black empty space until he said put it in the field,
Right, okay, that's fine.
and that was just the lines of the cube and it was transparent.
Okay, right. Well, we're going to come to that.
But when I put it in the field, it was completely different.
Okay, that's Armelius.
I'll read it all out.
Yeah.
So it's a very small cube,
Okay.
6x6.
Yeah.
Metal cube. It's a smooth
Smooth surface.
smooth surface, and it's blue, and it's near the brick wall. In terms of whereabouts is it on the field?
Yeah.
So
So it's not in the middle.
It's not in the middle.
Yeah.
It's towards the edge of the cube.
Okay.
Edge of the field. Sorry, and it's a solid cube.
The solid cube. So it's not transparent.
No.
It's opaque.
Yes.
Yep. Right. That's what have you got?
I've put my cube is massive. It's covering the sky. It's made from meteorite, yeah,
Mhm.
and it's like a rocky surface.
So it's going to be quite a rough surface.
Yeah, and it's fully black, not transparent. It's just massive, hovering like almost like as if you can see the moon in massive scale.
So it's
Like, you know, like when you play
in
like some of these-
Fortnite when
Yeah.
you had that the cube in
Yeah,
the sky.
yeah.
Oh,
Massive.
this is really interesting. What does the cube represent?
Go on.
So the size of the cube is the size of your ego. And this one's cube was massive.
Fantastic.
So his ego is huge. Yours is very small, you said. So you've got a
Yeah.
very small ego.
I don't have an ego.
I don't think you do either.
I don't think I have an ego.
Well,
I don't think you have an ego.
oh,
either.
well, the
Yeah.
field is telling us otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like define ego.
Yeah.
Like
So,
being
well, yeah.
egotistical.
No. I wouldn't say ego in a negative sense. Ego could
Am
be
I confident in myself and my
Yeah.
abilities? Yes, definitely.
yeah. In that sort of sense,
Yeah.
I'd say that we'll consider that as ego, not
Okay.
as in like, oh yeah, I'm the best.
Yeah.
That right. So that's interesting because you've got quite a big ego, and I think that's because you're a very confident person.
Yeah.
Right. So I agree with that. Not saying you're not confident, but it does kind of match your personality.
Yeah,
Right.
it does.
So that's the first part. Is
I will
the
not
size,
disagree.
Right. Okay. The surface of the cube represents what is visibly observable about your personality.
That I'm rough.
Well, maybe is what you want others to think about.
Yeah, I need
Right.
like sometimes.
So
yeah.
yours was smooth.
Mine was
Right.
smooth.
So smooth means, again, mind blowing. You are a gentle person
Yeah.
who takes
is true.
care not to hurt others or
Yeah.
make them feel uncomfortable.
I
I
can't get
will
more accurate than that.
100% agree with that Because you are a big friendly giant.
Ask my wife. She'll say something different.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She says the real version.
Right, so with
She
yours,
sees the devil.
yours. Now, let's think. Would you rather consider it rough or bumpy or spiky? If it's
No,
a
not bumpy or
meteorite,
spiky.
Not bumpy or spiky. It's
No,
just rough.
yeah.
Okay, so bumpy or spiky. There's two different meanings, right? Rough. That means you are more straightforward. You tend to be honest in everything you say, no matter how it might affect the person you're talking to. I would kind of agree. I wouldn't say
Yeah, I wouldn't say
I wouldn't
you're
say that's a
careless.
massive part of
Yeah,
it.
With how you say it. But if you need to voice your opinion, you'll say
I
it.
voice it, yeah.
Now, if you were to say bumpy or spiky, I would disagree with it because this is not you. You have a tendency to criticize others in an attempt to make them feel inferior.
No.
I would
No,
never say that same.
No.
Rough, maybe, again, I would probably say smooth, but smooth really suits your
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
Rough and smooth is sort of in between.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? I think we agree with that. Now, the colour of the cube. The colour of the cube is more in-depth analysis of yourself. Each colour can represent an emotion or an entire personality altogether. But these are the most common colours. Yours was blue. You are intelligent and respect others' ideals. Hands down, 100%. I agree with
I
that.
agree with
I
that
agree
too.
with
I agree.
Black.
Oh, shit.
You have a strong sense of individuality and independence, and you put a high value on alone time. So, strong sense of individuality and independence. I agree with that massively
Yeah.
because of everything. You know,
Yeah,
we know the ins and outs,
We know Faye is.
and you put a high value on alone time. So, I don't know about that. Alone time,
I crave alone time.
you crave
I
alone.
crave it. I just don't get enough of it. I want time to just be alone, to collect my thoughts and think about how I'm going to proceed in life, whether it's that day, that's why I spend 40, 50 minutes in the bathroom.
40, 50 minutes in the bathroom.
Yeah. That's me time.
Scrolling on your phone. No. Just sat
Sometimes
down,
I
looking
just-
at a wall.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, but I'd say I'm the
collective.
same as well. I value alone time.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say anything about your alone time on this, but for the
Yeah.
black is very sort of
Right, alone time.
alone time. Yeah.
I love alone time.
Okay, so they don't have purple, but they have violet.
Yeah.
Right? So you are intelligent and a bit of a perfectionist. You are also mysterious. Other cube characteristics, right? So none of you spoke about transparency.
No.
None of yours were transparent.
No.
A transparent surface means you tend to let others know how you feel on the inside. You are confident
Nah,
enough
never.
to show your inner thoughts and you are deeply sincere.
No.
You know that you are good
I'm
inside
sincere.
and guess what? It shows. Okay.
But I don't think anybody would say that we're bad people.
Maybe no. You mentioned that yours was made out of rock. It's a meteor. Yours was made out of
Metal.
metal.
Just metal.
And Mr. Producer was metal as well. So, a cube made out of metal or rock indicates that you have solid integrity. Your personality is so strong that it cannot be bent or influenced by any external force.
Yeah.
You are dominant and consistent.
I am consistently dominant. Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
You agree with that? We'll move on to the ladder.
The ladder.
Okay. So now I want you to describe your ladder to me, Armelius.
Okay, so it's 2 stories high. So in distance from the cube.
Yep.
Yeah. It's far from the cube. And it's against the cottage.
Okay.
So it's not in the middle of the field on the
Yeah.
side.
Okay. Baz, yours?
Mine is a very long ladder. Think of like staircase to heaven.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's right next to the cube and it's going all the way up to the cube.
To the top of the cube.
Yeah, to the I don't know. You can't see.
Or you can't see, but it's out of your shot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's fine.
And you know it's leaning against the cube, but it's massive.
It's like Jack's Beanstalk.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Right, okay. And the material of your ladders,
Metal. Mine's a
Metal.
metal ladder. Solid.
did you write a material? Okay, no, that's fine. So, the ladder represents 2 aspects of your life. Your goals and your friendship. Okay?
Okay.
We'll take a look at what the ladder says about your goals.
Mr.
first.
Producer's goals are tucked away behind.
Yeah, he's got no friends.
Things are making sense
He's
now.
got no friends. Right, so the first part is about your goals, right?
All right.
Yours was 2 stories high. I'd say that's still not, it's not a short ladder,
No.
but Mr. Producer's was.
Yeah.
Right? So if it's short, your goals are realistic and simple. If it's a long ladder, your goals are more far-fetched and difficult to attain.
Yeah.
Right?
Challenge myself.
So would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like making
Yeah.
them easy.
The ladder distance. If it's near the cube, you're putting maximum effort and focus into achieving your goals. If it's far away from the cube, you aren't putting much thought or effort into achieving your goals. Would you agree with that statement?
I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
Mr. Producer's
going all out.
shaking his head profusely. But
Yeah.
we're going to the next part. Location and material of your ladder is the next part. That's to tell how close you are with your friend.
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of self-explanatory, this, but the closer it is to the cube,
Yeah.
the better the friendship you have with your friends.
Okay, mine's far.
So yours is far. You've distanced yourself from your friends. Remember, friends,
Yeah.
not family, friends. Yours is leaning right up to the ladder. So you say your relationship with your friends is quite close.
No. Over the last few years, I think, as you get married, you have kids, you kind of do get a bit more distant. And some of my friends' circle I've not seen for coming up to a year.
All right, well,
And then
think
another
of it
friend
like this
that I see every single day.
Yeah.
And then obviously all us guys
yeah.
we
So
see
think of it like
very,
this
very
then.
often.
Think
And
of
we
it like
speak
this.
every day.
It says here, if your ladder is near the cube or you're very close, no, if the ladder is near the cube, you are very close with your friend. If it's
I would say me
actually-
and my friends are
Yeah.
close,
so
we
if
do
it's
share a lot.
actually leaning on the cube, it means your friends can lean on you for support.
I'd always be
So his
there.
was leaning on the cube.
His was
Yeah.
pretty much, it was kind of leaning
Yeah, it
on
was
the
leaning
cube.
on the cube.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, the material of the ladder.
Everyone's was
Metal, everyone's metal.
Yeah. But I think
That's
we
a-
chose metal because we've only ever dealt with metal ladders in our life, really.
Well, it could have been a wooden ladder.
Could have been a wooden one.
Yeah. Could have been anything you said. Now, if it's a strong material, metal is a strong material.
Yeah.
Right? The stronger the material, the stronger the bond with your friend.
Yeah.
The weaker the ladder indicates a bond between you and those around.
Yeah.
A weaker. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
I think I have a strong bond with you guys.
Well, would you consider it
I don't
strength
think
or
it's a
bad?
diddly doodah, diddy
We-
strong.
I think we'd say
Bond.
we're friends and family at the same time.
Friends and
It's-
family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a bit different for us.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Right, next part is the horse.
The horse.
The horse.
Yeah.
So,
I can still
can you
picture my
explain your
horse.
horse to me, Armelius?
My horse is black
Yeah,
and he's grazing.
yeah.
And I've written far. Is that meant to be from the cube?
Yeah.
Was it
Ish.
like was a question where was it? How was it in relation
Well,
to the cube?
where would you put it in terms of distance from the cube?
Yeah, far from the cube.
Far from the cube.
Yeah, far from
Okay. Yeah. Faz?
Mine's a white horse,
Yeah.
and the horse is running through the meadow.
Right.
It's running. Its running was if as cube is, or running as running under the cube,
Right.
as obviously the cube's massive in the sky.
Right.
So the white horse is just running, galloping around the meadow.
Well, we
in
just
awe.
realised that he can no longer read. He was struggling there. The horse represents your ideal partner. It could be
Oh,
playing,
God.
running
God.
around, grazing, right
Skip
next to
this.
the cube.
Don't watch
Right.
this part.
right. So your horse was black.
Yes.
Your ideal partner is dominant, seductive, and sophisticated. Ooh. It was running. No, it was grazing.
Yeah.
Your ideal partner is calm and fully committed to you.
Yes.
Yours was white.
Yeah.
You value loyalty and trust more than anything else in the relationship.
Yeah.
And yours was running. So your ideal partner will respect your space and give you the alone time that you crave.
Ooh, that actually ties in.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you always want your alone time. And yours was running as well as Mr. Producers.
Does that fit yours pretty well?
Yeah, but I'm always still craving for more alone time. So.
So Mr. Producer was also running, so that also falls into the same, but yours was brown. So brown is you prize comfort and reliability above all else. Otherwise, you don't have a specific set of expectations from your partner. Whether or not that means anything to you guys, we shall see.
Mm.
So yeah, none of your
Yeah, let's
horses.
not delve too deep into
Yeah.
that.
So none
Before
of
we
your
get in trouble.
horses were different to anything that's out of the ordinary, but
Okay.
there are other explanations for it. So, if your horse is a completely different color than any of the ones that we've spoke about, white, black, or brown,
Mm.
It means you value originality and independence in your partner. You want to be with someone who fascinates and challenges. Which kind of makes sense because it's different to the norm, isn't it?
Nah, I don't want that. I
No,
just
you
want a
don't.
normal, simple.
Nice, simple, beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing to think about is the distance from the horse is from the cube. If it's very near the cube, it indicates that you prefer relationships where you spend most of your time with your partner. The further away from the cube, it indicates a need for a partner who will understand and accommodate your desire for a long time. Now, yours was
Wow.
far. Yours was,
Practically, it's hard to beat.
Underneath
Yeah,
the
it's underneath it. Yeah.
and yours was running tracks. Yours was running at Aintree. So, okay, so that's the horse, right? So that's to do with your relationship, your partner.
Okay.
Right. Next one, the flowers.
The flowers.
So this one's quite a simple one, right? Explain to us your flowers.
just a massive range of flowers
Massive range.
all over the field.
Many. Yeah. Okay, yours.
Mine was like the field is full of barley and yellow flowers, like just full of them. Long stem yellow flowers.
Sunflowers.
like
Okay, so
sunflowers,
again,
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, yeah. Flowers represent your family and friends. Right? Your family
He's got
and
no
friends.
family, no
He's
friends.
got- he's on his
Yeah,
own.
so,
He's trying to do everything by
if you've
himself.
got just a few flowers, you are close with your family and have a small, tight-knit group of friends. Now, for you two, Mr. Populars, they're everywhere. The flowers are everywhere.
Yeah.
You're a social butterfly.
I would say I'm a social butterfly.
With, yeah,
Yeah.
with family and friends too numerous to count.
No,
No.
Ooh.
no.
You'll never be lonely.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
So that's to do with the flowers.
Yeah.
But I would agree with that, to be fair.
I
You're
don't
very
think.
popular.
I don't think
You're
I've
very
got.
popular.
Yeah, but I don't have loads of friends.
Yeah.
I have.
No,
I've
don't think
loads of
about it.
acquaintances
Right.
with and acquaintances.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
acquaintances. You could
But
class them as
friends,
yeah.
ride or
Yeah.
dies. Very
That's
like
different, yeah,
I've only
ride or
got.
dies.
I've got. a
But
very
it's to do
close
with your
circle.
social groups or acquaintances.
Yeah. So how are you with
Yeah.
people? Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. With people.
You're a people person.
Yeah. So the next part is the weather condition.
Oh,
So just explain to us yours.
It's a beautiful sunny day.
Okay.
amen.
Yep.
It's a beautiful
Sunny day.
day.
So the
Christmas.
weather in your field reflects your general outlook on life. Okay. So it's the reason why we have expressions like when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
so,
you got 50 Cent in my head.
Yeah,
When it rains,
when
it
it rains, it
pours.
pours.
Yeah.
So you've all had like a very clear, sunny sort of day, yeah? That means you are very optimistic and carefree.
Uh-huh.
If it was raining, on the other hand, like it does in Manchester all the time, rain symbolizes the problems in your life. The harder the rain, the bigger the problems.
Oh, I need to change my answer.
Yeah. Fog.
I need to change my answer right now.
So fog. You feel uncertainty in life and may be struggling with your identity.
No.
I don't think we have identity issues.
Yeah, we're all good.
And the wind. So if it's windy,
Oh, did you have wind?
though you tend to worry about future issues, you generally don't let them get you down for long. But we've all got very sunny out. So you're very optimistic and carefree. Well done, well done.
Mm-hmm.
Final part. The storm.
Okay. So my storm is very far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big one.
Oh.
Yeah. Like a massive storm.
Massive storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on its way.
It's on its way.
It's on its way.
Okay.
So I can see it and be
You
like,
can see it, yeah.
damn, that's a big storm.
Right, okay.
Whoa! Ric Flair is in the middle of my field. Mine is very far away, and it's also a big storm. Big.
Big.
And you can see it brewing.
Yeah.
But it's never going to touch my field. It's going to go past in the other direction.
Okay, so it's going to pass you
Yeah.
by. What does the storm represent?
I don't know. You're going to tell me though, aren't you?
Yes, so it represents the strength and position. No, sorry. The strength and position of the storm reflect the stress you're feeling in life. As you probably guessed, the stronger the storm and the closer to the cube, the higher your stress level.
Mr. Producer is stressed.
If you imagine a storm raging right above your cube, it might be a good idea to work on reducing stress in your day. Okay?
Yeah, me.
So, it's not you guys, but you had very vivid, strong sense of a storm.
Yeah.
In
Way,
the
way
background,
far away.
okay?
Yeah, so far away you can almost not see
So,
it.
storm intensity, strong in the eye of the storm, well, that's not really you. It's in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any obstacles that might be causing you grief are not at the forefront of your mind.
We'll find a way
You are
around it.
good at managing.
Yes.
Right?
I would say so.
If it was a milestone just passing through,
Yeah.
while you aren't immune to stress, you know
Uh-huh.
that all things must pass.
Yeah.
Again, very sort of optimistic here, right? If it's strong and you're in the eye of the storm, when you stress, you go all in and when you stress, you go all in and have a very hard time pulling yourself out again.
Mm.
Which I guess you sort of when you're trapped in a storm. Imagine you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean and you're trapped in a storm.
Yeah.
That's sort of you got no way out. You feel like. Yeah?
Yeah, there's always a way out.
Now, if it's right above your cube, you are deeply affected by stress and have a hard time seeing past it to get back to the bigger picture. So, any of you that have a massive storm right above your cube, reach out to us, please. You're on sanity. So that sort of concludes the personality test.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Enjoy that.
You enjoy that?
Do you know what I would,
Would
say?
you say that is quite accurate?
I would say like 90% of it is accurate.
90%.
Yeah.
So now this is a very, very good tool to use as a personality test. No wonder the Japanese used it to recruit people in the army.
Yeah.
And also...
It's mad
See-
though.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You
No, I was just going to say, so if you think about it, they are, like in Japan, these things are quite common and these things are quite sort of used in their fields.
Yeah.
Right? And in order to get a job, they would utilize
Yeah.
to see if you are able to
They used
cope.
to do it here back in the day in the UK.
Yeah.
I don't
And-
think it's widely practiced.
No.
Yeah.
Method
not anymore,
now.
And this
yeah.
is an overall overview of how optimistic you are, whether you're a motivated character, whether you're good at dealing with stress, whether
Yeah.
you're good at sort of problem solving, should we say. There's a
I
lot
used-
of
I
different
used to
things
hate
involved.
Those kind of freaking
Yeah.
tests.
And
Mm.
also social groups. It needs to understand, an employer needs to understand whether or not you're going to fit in well with the team. Creating
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
friendships,
yeah.
relationships. So I think we should adopt this in the UK.
No, we did.
We did.
Yeah. You used to have it like you used to apply for jobs and you had to fill in these scenarios,
Multiple choice questions.
multiple choice
yeah.
questions,
Ah,
and it was
okay.
based on what score you got at the end of it, whether you were successful for the next stage.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've kind of scrapped it now.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, I guess that's kind of unfair because people who are put into this situation of stress because they can't afford rent and things like that, they're in a dark place.
Yeah.
Their personality test is going to say, flag them up.
Like,
and say,
I would never use a personality test to
employ someone.
employ someone.
Yeah.
Because it's dependent on what's going on in their mindset,
Yeah.
for example, at that given day.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
the one thing that I would use
Like if you'd
it
asked
for-
me this test, if you'd given me this test during COVID when I had no job, and I'm struggling to pay my bills,
Yeah.
either personality test.
It would have been really.
It'd be-
the,
it'd be
the
something
store would have
completely
been in the middle of the cube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The
Well, I,
mindset's
guess, I
different.
guess this is relative to different stages in your life.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
It's not
exactly.
the be all end all of your personality. It's
Yeah.
what your
I think
experience
something
is
like this, especially in the workplace, would be a good indicator of where somebody's mindset is at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then you can work with them, see if you agree, and put plans in place and
maybe
help
put them
them.
into a different
Maybe
department.
you should
ease
go
them
into work on Monday and be like, right, guys, personality tests.
I might do
So,
that, guys,
yeah.
actually.
Very good. And guys, let us know in the comments what your personality is and whether
Yeah.
or not you agree with this.
Mm.
And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Peace.
Until the next one.
Adios, amigos.
I'm still in my field. Whoa.
Where's my black horse?